Now, the echoes of a high-stakes phone call between the American President Donald Trump and the Russian President Vladimir Putin had barely faded before the skies over Ukraine erupted in explosions. Russia unleashed one of its largest and its most brutal attacks since the war's outset, leaving at least about 23 people injured in Kiev, causing widespread destruction. A short while ago, Trump held a phone call with Zelensky, and they discussed air defenses and agreed to work on increasing capabilities to defend the Ukrainian skies. Take a look at this report.
Kyiv trembles under a merciless barrage. Flames scorch the horizon as Russia launches one of the fiercest onslaughts yet. Ukraine stands defenseless, its people trapped in the crossfire of Putin's rage. Watch the horrifying moment when a drone struck a residential apartment in the heart of Kyiv. 539 drones and 11 missiles raining down on Kyiv in a harrowing 8-hour barrage. Among the missiles fired were Iskander and Kinzhal. This is the most intense attack since the conflict began in February 2022. The opening salvo was brutal, explosive drones plummeting onto schools, apartment blocks, cafes and railway stations. Underground metro stations became shelters of last resort as detonations shook the city center. Residential buildings along both sides of the Dnipro border were left smoking, glass shattered, and fires blazing into the night sky.
I had a feeling that something was flying every minute. The Shaheds, attack drones, were descending, and then bang, bang. Then we realized that our building had been hit. We were sitting in the hallway. When we opened the door to our flat, we saw sparks flying as high as the 4th floor. We later learned that the drone had hit the 2nd floor below us. Everything is covered in soot now. It's difficult to breathe there. We have packed some belongings and are going to the countryside.
I woke up to the sound of explosions. First the Shahed drones started buzzing, and then the explosions began. Then people started screaming outside. The explosions from the Shahed drones kept coming.
President Zelensky calls it a deliberately massive and cynical strike, timed ominously just hours after a phone call between Putin and Trump. US President Donald Trump says he made no progress with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin on ending the Ukraine war in a call, as the Kremlin insists the Russian president would stick to his aims in the conflict. Moscow claims military targets were hit using high-precision long-range weapons, hypersonic missiles and drones, asserting all designated objects have been hit. Despite Russia's escalating attacks and Ukraine's desperate need for air defense systems, the Trump administration has decided to halt shipments of Patriot missiles and other promised weapons to Kyiv, claiming it needs to secure its own stockpiles. Bureau Report, WION World is One.